Anime fans, the first topic I want to discuss today is the news that Aquaman Lost Kingdom has been through its third round of reshoots. Now, I love the first Aquaman movie. And I'm personally really excited for this. I know, look, I don't think it's going to do well. I know a lot of people are just like more excited about the new DC universe. So am I. Like, I can't wait to see what James Gunn does. But honestly, with the last couple of DCU movies, it's kind of showed people just don't. This it showed that this DC universe never really came together. The old DCU. And this also shows to me the fact that this movie's going through 3 rounds of reshoots. Another example of this old DCEU just never coming together or figuring out what the hell they're doing. And so it just makes me concerned for definitely for Aquaman 2 because I'm really excited for this. And when it came to, and it also was revealed that obviously Michael Keaton was originally going to be in the movie, whether it be a cameo, a small role, he was going to be in it since he was going to be a Batgirl and he canned that movie. And obviously, if you see that in a Flash, he dies. So they obviously changed the plans there. And I totally get James Gunn if the news of it saying that James Gunn didn't want to promise any future stuff. And I get that too because it's the old DCU is he's rebooting it. I think personally he's gonna probably do a hard reboot with his DC universe, with maybe Blue Beetle being the only one that goes along with the new DC universe. But it makes sense why Michael Keaton wouldn't be in there like it was a plan. And now it's been saying that both Batman cameos got cut, whether it be cameos or not. But Ben Affleck was basically might have replacing Michael Keaton's role, and now he's not gonna be in it because of the reshoots. And when it comes to Ben Affleck not being in it either, that makes sense to me because spoiler wise, if you watch the Flash movie, that scene at the end, you have Barry explaining to Aquaman that the Aquaman you see at the end of Flash is a slightly different version. Yes, it's Jason Momoa, but he doesn't have the same history as the Aquaman that you know from the Aquaman movie and Justice League movie. So, and they also showed in that universe that Joe Clooney is Batman in that universe. This DC universe that Barry is in at the end of Flash, that's its own universe. So if Joe Clooney's Batman in that universe, it doesn't make sense to me why Ben Affleck or Mike Keaton would even be in Aquaman 2 if you're going by the end of the Flash movie. But the biggest story to me is the fact that I don't think I've ever heard of any movie going through 3 rounds of reshoots. So that to me is like a really concerning part about the movie for me. Like I hope this turns out to be a fun, great movie, but it sounds like with the test screenings, this movie going through the reshoots, it sounds like a mess. This movie, I really hope it's not. But yeah, it not good news that like I said, reshoots don't necessarily mean the movie's gonna be bad, but it does make me worry. Next news I want to talk about is that Blue Beetle was denied 2 days of reshoots. Aquaman, they said with Aquaman 2 that was going to have 5 days reshoots, so they gave it to Aquaman 2. And from what I heard, I don't think this is going to affect Blue Beetle because it was only going to be 2 days of reshoots, and it sounds like it would have been minimal things, not anything big. So it doesn't sound like it was anything that was going to affect Blue Beetle. A movie that I'm really excited for. So I'm not really concerned about Blue Beetle being denied 2 days of reshoots. The next thing I want to discuss is Haunting in Venice, the new trailer release for that. Now, let me say this. The first two Motor Express movies, they were fine. I didn't dislike them. I didn't love them. But they were both kind of forgettable. They were okay. I had a decent enough time with them. But this one I'm actually really excited about. I think it's also because, I think with this one it's because it's a horror supernatural vibe, which I'm a big horror fan, so it actually looks more interesting to me than the previous two. And I think the trailers have done a great job of being creepy. It looks like a really cool supernatural story in it. And I like the idea of it's like a murder that he's having trouble solving because it's more supernatural. So just the trailers have done a great job making this feel different from the other two, and actually making this franchise more interesting to me personally. So I thought the trailer was great. The next thing I want to discuss is the He-Man project at Netflix got canceled. I know they're saying Netflix said they might shop it around to like some other studio or somebody else making the movie. I think they said they spent 30 million already on it. And let me say this: I'm not the like I'm a He-Man fan. I wouldn't call myself like a hardcore He-Man fan because for me, the He-Man that I love was like I think it was like the 2008 anime series is the one that I watched. I didn't watch the original series, so I'm not too familiar with the character. But I always thought it was a cool character, and it sounds like it could make like a really great fantasy epic type of movie. And I think they said it was going to cost a lot of movie too. But I will say this: I'm. It sucks the movie's not happening, but I'm also happy it's not happening at Netflix. I've said this in multiple videos. Netflix is a very miss. They miss more with the movies than they hit when it comes to the original movies. Like once in a while, the put out a movie I like or love, but they miss way more than they hit with the movies. So I would have preferred if it was somebody else doing a He-Man movie, not Netflix personally. But yeah, and this movie I remember this movie was announced a little while ago, so I'm not surprised it's being canceled. But hopefully, it finds a new home because I would love to see a He-Man movie. The next thing I want to discuss is the Haunted Mansion reviews came out. Now I'm really excited for this. I will admit I didn't like the Eddie Murphy one, but I really love the trailers and the reviews have came out kind of like it sounds like it's a fun, spooky movie. It doesn't sound like it's fantastic or anything, but this does make me a little bit more excited because if it can be better than Eddie Murphy one, I'll be happy. And at the end of the day, I'm going like I hope it's a great movie, but I'll be happy. I'll be happy if it's just a fun movie because the trailers look really fun to me, and I'm really excited for this movie. Like I said, it sounds like from the reviews, it's kind of like a mixed review thing where a lot of people like there's people that are having fun with it, but there's a lot of people saying it's not anything special, it's not memorable, but I'm just glad to hear it's going to be a fun movie. So hopefully it ends up being fun and great when I see it. Until next time, movie fans.